Hi everybody, so I'm gonna do this video and it's not gonna be of me flipping my hair around. I really don't know why I did the other two videos. No, wait, I do know why. It's because I just felt good. And I don't know, when you get into that mood, when you're getting all dressed up, getting ready to go somewhere, and you think you look like you're all that, and so you just strike a pose, and I think that's what I did. So, I wanted to make this more of an informative video, and hopefully it can help you, because when I was looking into hair toppers, I really didn't know what I was doing. I had to do a lot of research. They're quite expensive. So I wanted to just kind of, not just rush out there and get whatever it was for, hundreds of dollars. So hopefully my experiences will help you still do the research, but I think it will help you to not do as much research, or this can provide part of your research. So the first thing I did was basically how I even got into toppers is I was floored. Like, I didn't even know that they existed. But I figured since extensions exist for lengthening someone's hair, then maybe extensions exist for up at the top. So I was just kind of searching through all that, and I found toppers, and that's how I kind of came across them. And then there's a whole bunch of toppers, right? So there's a whole bunch of different brands out there, and I didn't know which brand was better than which brand. They all kind of look the same on camera, so I really didn't know what is what. So what I did was I went to I didn't go to a lot. I went to 3 wig stores, tried to see what they had. I went to one, and they've kind of sold, you can tell, like it was kind of like doll material hair, and it wasn't that good. And the good hair, they said, oh, they have to order it. So I was like, no, I'm not buying anything I don't actually see with my eyes. So I left that wig store, went to another one, a little bit better, but not much. They really didn't have even the quality of wigs that I was seeing on the different research websites that I was doing or anything like that. And so then I ended up going to another one, and that's when I fell in love. So I saw the topper there that I really, really liked. And this was before COVID and everything. So, I was able to, they don't really let you put it on, but they let you touch it and feel it and just kind of place it like a little bit on top of your head just to see what it looks like. And basically, I found a topper by Jon Renau, and the texture, like my hair isn't, I don't know what it looks like in the camera, but it's not really shiny, and it's not really like that dry and dull, and it has a little bit of a wave to it. So I think it's mostly like just what normal, natural looking hair looks like. To me, I don't know, because maybe I see myself every day and this is what I naturally look like. But so this is it. This is my hair. It's not really like that bad, I guess, but I've seen like it's kind of flat here, and I just don't like it. And so people use toppers if they're like balding, or if they have alopecia, or if they just have a spot they want to cover, or if they just want thicker hair and they just want to look really, really cool and cute. I use it because my hair is thinning. I mean, it doesn't look probably as bad as, whatever, but you can see it. I don't know if this lighting hits it, but you can kind of see my scalp a little bit. I don't like it. Like if I go out in the sun, I actually get a sunburn where my part is. So, whatever, it's out there. It's, hair helper, so helper hair, whatever. So I use it. So anyways, I went to the wig store. I loved the texture of the hair and everything like that. And I made a mistake. I will show you. I bought this right here. And I kind of like it still, but my mistake is that it was a 12-inch. See that? So the 12-inch counts from the very top to the very bottom, and it's all the way around 12 inches. So my hair is obviously longer than 12 inches. So that was the first mistake I made. This was the very first one I bought. So how am I going to do this? Okay, so up here, so you see how it stops here, and my hair continues on. So I could still kind of get away with this. because what I could do is just keep like long layers and just kind of curl this, have like kind of like beach waves, and then have this beach waves, and it kind of integrates really nicely. But just because now I know that you should kind of buy your length hair and it kind of looks better like that, I just don't wear it that often. So I suggest that you cut your hair to the length that you want, and then whatever that length is, go and purchase a topper that length. Because plus they're expensive, right? So you don't want to go buying like maybe an 18-inch topper and then go cutting it to 12 inches, you know, because that's just a waste of money. And the longer a topper is, you know, the more money it costs. So number one lesson. Number two is this is a monofilament. And at the time, which was only like 9 months before the really nice thing came out, which I will show you next. This is a monofilament. So monofilament means it's just the base construction. This is the monofilament. And they say this is the most natural looking part, which it kind of is. And you can part it any way that you want. Now that it's dry, you can't really part it that well. But what you do is, like when you wash the hair, you can just part it when it's wet and blow dry it that way, and it parts whichever way you want within this material space. So it parts really easy. So the monofilament is really cool, but the only thing is, like, I got away with it for as long as I did because I, you know, and it looked fine until the new one came out. But let me show you. So this is a monofilament part right there. See? Right there. So it goes like that. So you can't really see the scalp. Like natural hair, you probably can see too much scalp on me. But natural hair, you kind of see it like a brownish tan spot, and then the hair parts. But on this, you don't see it at all, which isn't actually that bad. I even had this on, and I didn't tell anybody. The very first time I ever bought, you know, this was my first one. So I put it on, and then I went to an event, and my adult daughter saw me, and I said, look at my hair and tell me what's different about it. And I specifically pointed to my hair, and I said, look at my hair and tell me what's different about it. And I say, look at me. I said, look at my hair. And so she was just like, you curled it? And I said, okay. And she's like, I don't know, you just got it cut? Like, she literally could not tell. So if my daughter, and she's the picky one, and she couldn't tell, so this is really good. So plus, I'll tell you something else about it. This is another mistake that happened. So this is my bio hair, and right now it's growing out gray. You see my roots, but it's actually a number 4, or the darkest brown. Nothing to do with black, just the darkest level brown. That's the color that I am. And so I bought this as I believe it's a 6RN. So it's kind of like a rusty red. And the reason why I didn't purchase it is a dark brown or like a brunette color is because I couldn't get that color really close to my hair. And I'm the type that, okay, either you see me like bald or balding, or I disguise it really well. Either that, or I'm not just going to go in there where people are going to be like, oh, look, she has that on. Oh, look, you can totally tell, you know? So I'm like, no. So I went to my hairstylist and I said, okay, however you dye this hair, take the same chemical and dye this hair. And so she said, okay, so we could do it because it's a lighter color. So we can go from lighter to darker. So this was the trick that I really didn't know. But we can't go from darker to lighter because then we'd have to bleach it, right? And so that'll totally, destroy the hair. So you have to get it lighter if you want it to go darker and match your hair color. So you brunettes out there, if you purchase hair, purchase human hair. That's the best one to dye. You can't really dye synthetic hair or do much with it. This is human hair, by the way, and it does cost more money, but I take really good care of mine. I don't wear it like to work here and there because I just put my hair up, whatever. I take really good care of it, shampoo it with baby shampoo, and, you know, treat it really nicely, and it lasts years. And so my suggestion is save your pennies, save your money, and just do it right, and do it the first time right, and get something really good. So go buy a lighter color human hair topper. Jon Renau is my favorite, and I'm not like advertising for them. It's just me doing this silly video. It's only my third video. So, but I just kind of didn't want people to go through the hassle and all the research that I went through. So just make it easier for you. So just buy a lighter color hair, then your bio hair, and then couple levels lighter. The place that you buy your topper from will tell you what color, and they'll suggest. And then take it to your hairstylist and have her dye your hair. Like this one, I don't know if the lighting in here is good or bad, but literally, I'm not gonna put it on perfectly. I don't even have the clips really open. It's gonna look silly because I'm just gonna place it on. But just to show you the color, it's really nice. You can't really tell what, you know, see, that's why it's like shorter, but eventually it'll like integrate in, and you know, if I fix it up really good and blah, blah, blah. But I don't really like this one because it was too short. So that was the mistake that I made. But other than that, I mean, I can still wear it, and I just have to style it a lot better, kind of, you know, do a lot more curls, and then you couldn't tell. Like to the event that I went to, this is what I wore. And it was really curly. Right now it's straight because I had washed it, and it was like air dried, and it was really curly and everything. So another thing that my hairstylist did was a big mistake. Well, she told me that she doesn't really work with hair extensions, hair toppers, or wigs or anything like that. But what she did was, when she dyed my hair, she dyed this. She dyed the material. So that's why it looks even more black here, which, you know, some of my family and friends said that kind of looks more realistic because it kind of hides the part. But I don't know. I kind of like I like to have a part. Not this wide of a part, but I like to have a part. So the next one I bought was basically like the best of the best. And sadly, they had come up with this only like between 6 or 8 months or something like that after I had bought that one. So I bought this, my friends. I love this wig. My family and friends think I'm kind of silly for loving it so much, but I really do love this wig. I call it a wig. It's not a wig. It's a topper because it's so long. So basically, I bought it. I believe this is an 18-inch or 20-inch, which is a perfect length with my hair. This is it. It's a perfect length to my hair. So it kind of sits like that. Look at it. And it goes like all the way down to here. And it's a perfect color match because I took it to my hairstylist, a different hairstylist, and I told her this is also human hair, and I told her I'd like it to really match my hair color, so I want it dark here and just kind of like let it fade out, and which she did. She let it fade out into this. It's so pretty. You should just feel it. It's so soft. I fall in love with it. See, that's why I do those silly videos prior to this. Okay, the cap construction. This is the silk cap construction. So you can see it's totally different. It feels really soft. It's super light. If you have a little bit of thinning in the front, so this could be for the front. If you have a lot of thinning in the front, this could be for the front. So you can flip it any way that you want. My thinning is more like right here on the front and not here. So I wear this right here. And check out this scalp, my friends. Look at that. I love this scalp. And it is so real. Look at that. Well, I'm gonna get out of the frame so you can actually, so I can be comfortable and I can actually show you what it looks like. Like if I wasn't saying anything, you'd be like, oh my gosh, who's that person looking down, right? And then with this too, it has like a little cowlick in the back even to make it look more real. And you have all this space to part your hair. And so if it's like flipping around outside, you don't see anything, you just see the scalp. And this even, it's easier to part. So I'll get my finger in there. So any way you part it, you see a scalp. Like it doesn't even matter. Whichever way you part this thing, you see a little bit of a scalp. So it looks so real. It literally looks really real. And it feels so good. And the thing that I love about the Jon Renau brand is that it feels real. It looks real. It's not the satiny, sleek, soft, just down looking hair, like perfect hair so that it looks too perfect. Like this, the texture of it, it's really soft, but it's really wavy, a little bit dry at the ends, just like my hair. Like and when I put it on, it just, you can't tell what's what. And I really love it. I haven't named it. Some people name theirs. I haven't named it. So when I took this to my hairstylist and asked her to color it for me, I actually took it to the hairstylist that's where they sell this. So I told her, I said, I want to be sure that you do not color, like with my old one, said I want you to be sure you don't get any color, any dye on this part. So do not get any dye on this part, because this is the main reason why I bought this, because it looks so real. Like the scalp looks so real. So don't get any dye on the scalp. And literally, it took her a long time, but she said, no, I won't. And then she took like a toothbrush or something like really small, and she just went, right, near the scalp. And she really took her time and did it. So now the scalp is not dyed. It's like, it looks like natural skin, natural scalp. It's not black like the color of the hair. And she colored it for me. This was also the same color as my shorter one. And this was a 6RN. That's how it started. And a 6RN, I think, is kind of like just the ends like this, like a rusty golden color. And so then they can color it darker, right? So she also did it dark here, and she just kind of faded it away, just like my natural color just kind of fades away. So I really like this. I ended up putting another clip right here. It comes with, I believe it comes with 4 clips, but I ended up putting an extra one here just because I felt like it needed to just kind of sit flatter. I do have one negative. Nothing could be perfect, right? So this is one of the things that I kind of think it's a negative. These clips could be a little bit bigger, or if not bigger, then they should be like, they should, grasp your hair, like I feel like a little bit tighter. I guess I can always go and remove the clips and get better ones. I can go to that hair, to the wig place where I bought this from and tell them to do it, or I can purchase some online and I can sew it in myself. But it's not like it comes off. I can dance in it, shake my head around. I just kind of feel like maybe it's my insecurity, but sometimes I feel like it could be just a little bit tighter. It's not my insecurity. It's not in my head. It should be a little bit tighter. Maybe that it should be able to grasp a little bit more and just kind of hang there. But I have no issue wearing it out. I have no issue dancing with it, flipping my hair around. Actually, I feel so good in it, as you can see in my previous videos. Let me see what other things I learned from actually getting this, so that way you don't have to experience bad things. I think that's actually about it. I really love it very much. This is also human hair, and I like it because you can curl it, you can style it, you can put hairspray in it. You could do different styles to it. Like the synthetic hair, it just comes that style and it stays that style. So that's probably good for a lot of people that just want to put it on and just take off. But I like to have the option to do with it what I want, right? Maybe some days I like to straighten it with this with a straightener. Maybe some days I like to kind of curl it and give it some, beach waves. Maybe some days I like to put it back in a ponytail. you know, whatever. I like it. I like to have that option to do that. So one other thing that I learned is that I purchased this little head guy. And I thought, okay, this is great. This is fun. It was inexpensive. But I thought, you know what? Since I have this really nice hair topper, I want to get like the creme of, you know, the little heads. So I went and I purchased this guy. So this is pretty good. It's kind of like fabric on the outside. It's not that expensive, but I think that was like $5, the foam head. And this head was more like $50. I don't really like it that much. I mean, I guess it's good because it has this little hole in it, and you can like stand it, put one of those stands in there. Then you can style the hair any way you want, and you can use these little pins to pin it through. I think that this head is kind of big. My head isn't that big, so it kind of forms the topper into this size, kind of stretches it out. So that's why I don't really use it that much. So I like to use the foam head. But my friends, I really love my topper. And those are the little experiences that I went through. So hopefully they'll help you so you're not spending your money twice or 3 times or 4 times. Remember to get the length, the topper, the length that you'd like that your hair is. Or a couple of inches higher, but not like all the way up here. And also remember, if you are a brunette or if you have black hair and you want to get the closest color, I believe that it should be dyed. You know, you should dye that topper the way your BioColor is, because that's the way, I believe, that you can integrate it with your hair the best, because you are dyeing it with the same dye that you're dyeing this hair, your bio hair, and that hair. Like literally the same brush that's touching this is touching that. So I think that's the best way. So get a lighter color, maybe, I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 levels lighter. You can ask the hair salon, or you can ask the people that you buy the topper from. Yeah, that's about it. And buy human hair, I think, my opinion. That way you could do whatever you want with it. If you want to have straight hair, you can straighten it. If you want to have curly hair, you can curl it. If you want to put it up, you can put it up. If you want to cut it, you can cut it. You can wash it with regular shampoo. I use baby shampoo, but you can wash it with regular shampoo. Oh, conditioner. Don't put conditioner on the actual base of the topper. It kind of loosens up the knots and the hair will like come out eventually. So if you want to condition the hair, only condition like, basically only condition like from here, wherever the base is not. So condition it like from here on down. I don't want to go into the technicalities of it all. You can see other videos that talk about that, but this is a French drawn topper. So basically it means it is hand tied, all made by hand. And it's two silk bases, and basically the hair is in between, knotted in between. That's why you don't see the black. That's why you see, this is the silk top that you see. So you can see other videos about that. I'm not going to bore you with that, but this is just a video just to kind of give you the experience that I went through so that you don't have to struggle with that, and just kind of give you a little bit information about it. So if I do other videos, maybe I'll put my hair up and I'll show them to you and show you different styles. But do save your bucks, get the best one, human hair, Jon Renau, and in your length. Okay, bye ladies.